we've known for several years that we needed a new roof, and we kept watching, and kind of hoping that the hail would hit us hard enough. Well, the hail did hit us pretty hard, but we had just changed insurance companies and we got very little compensation. We had known about Bordner actually for years and just knew the name. And so we called Bordner and set up an appointment. And Kevin was the man that came out, and we were both impressed at how professional he was. He took the whole thing very seriously. Then we had somebody else, and I won't name that company, but they came out, the guy I think had flip-flops on, I think, and shorts, and he threw actually a very low ballpark figure. So we had a fairly high figure at that point from Bordner, and then this real low. So we had Kevin come back, but the nice part was you knew that he wanted your business. He also pretty much proved that the product was much superior. We weren't really sure what we were going to get from that lowball guy. We both just said, we just really feel that he knows what he's talking about. This is probably the way we should go. And I felt like everything came through pretty much on time as far as ordering the roof and getting it out. We had some health crisis with my husband's dad, who's 96 now, and we had one car in the garage that we didn't think we'd need. Unfortunately, we did. Early one morning, we had to go to the emergency room. That was one of the good things. I mean, I think I called the supervisor who periodically checked in, stopped in. I can't remember his name, but he was very good. And when I, called and said we've got this problem and we need things out of our driveway, and I really felt bad. We both did. They moved everything really fast so we could get out, and that was just so helpful. Then we had minor damage upstairs, and we sent out Gary Goodfellow, and he did a marvelous job fixing a crack that we had in our entryway, finishing up the inside of the skylight that we had installed that we're very pleased with. Basically, finally, we had the final thing for our kitchen redo was bumping out our kitchen window and building a box and having a picture window that was a Bordner window put in there, and we are super pleased with that and get great compliments. Everybody that sees it goes, oh my gosh, what a difference. And actually, that was more of Bordner's idea to do it that way than mine. I was thinking a rollout window or a window that opened from the bottom, and maybe even a different size. And as we discussed, and he really listened, the guy that came out, he said, you're talking a picture window, not a, you don't want, he said, you're clearly saying you don't want one of those garden windows, which I did not. I took his advice. He had confidence that what he was suggesting was going to look wonderful, and by golly, it did. They worked hard, and they went, fairly late at night, and then the roof looked wonderful. Cleanup was, I felt, perfect.